Hey, what's up guys? My name's Noxville and I'm going to be bringing you a game of Hardcore Headquarters. It's a game mode I really don't play very often, but I'm actually playing with a big group of buddies. I'm pretty sure we've got a group of 6 guys together. So we were doing it for something different and they were getting kind of frustrated since we were playing regular and they kept on feeling like the other teams would be eating hit markers, which sometimes I get that feeling too, but overall I don't think it's too bad. But either way, they wanted to play some headquarters, and I figured, what the hell, and actually ended up with a pretty good game, and figured it might be a pretty good game for you guys to check out, and kind of a fun game to watch as I kind of introduce myself, because this is going to be my first upload to this channel. I'm a pretty small YouTube channel. I think I have 300 subs or something like that, and I'm sure part of it is because, as you can tell, I don't have an HD PVR. I'd like one, but just don't have the money for one right now. I got too much other crap I gotta pay for before I can worry about that. And there I get a team kill, and he kind of ran in front of me, but I get more than my fair share of that back, because I end up killing one of my teammates, but as you watch throughout the video, I think I get killed probably 3, possibly even 4 times by my own teammates. So while that's unfortunate, it's kind of comes with the territory in hardcore. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I run a pretty small channel. On my channel, some of the things that I do differently than a lot of others is I don't run the really high kill streaks usually. You won't see too many games where I'm running chopper gunners and gunships. The main times I use those is when I'm trying to do one of the challenges, or not challenges, one of the contracts to get the extra experience, because I admit I am a bit of a challenge whore and try to beat as many of the challenges as I can, and if I can get some extra experience by doing one of the contracts, you can bet your ass I'm going to do it, because I'm trying to level up as fast as I can. But to be honest, I don't get to play all that much since I am 23 and I have a full-time job, and so that does keep me pretty busy, but I do this as a hobby and I really do enjoy it, and that's why I try to do it as much as I can. And one of the benefits of me having a smaller YouTube channel is I can stay pretty active. When I do post a video, I try to respond to as many comments as I can. I try to stay as personable, I guess, as I can. And so hopefully you guys will come check out my channel if you enjoy this video. And be sure to leave comments, let me know, and also feel free to add my gamertag to Xbox Live. I don't have a PS3 unfortunately, but if you have Live, feel free to add me, and I'd be more than happy to play with anybody. Just be sure to mention something about it in the message or in the friend request, just so I know. I always kind of ask people before I start adding random invites, but that's just something I do to kind of make sure. And so, anyways, here comes my first death by a teammate, and I'm kind of pissed because it was one before I was about to get the Blackbird, and so I'm kind of laying into him, and it was kind of funny, but at the same point it's like, oh, you little bastard. Getting killed by a teammate is always that much worse when you're so close to a good kill streak. And so speaking of which, I guess I'll tell you a little bit about the gameplay and my setup and kill streaks and all that fun jazz, and kind of why I use it. And this gameplay, I'm using a kind of goofy kill streak setup, I think, and it's partially because I didn't know we were joining hardcore until kind of late, and so the kill streak setup I'm running in this one is UAV, attack helicopter, and Blackbird. Now, my usual setup and what you'll see me use in a lot of my videos is UAV, napalm strike, and attack chopper. But I kind of figured when they told me we were switching to headquarters, I real quick switched out of the napalm and switched it over to Blackbird, for the simple fact that I didn't want to get kicked out of a game because my napalms killed too many of my teammates. So it's one of my favorite kill streaks because I love it for when I play objective game modes, because it is so good at kind of keeping the enemies away from objectives, because you can either put it on the objective and bomb it to make sure they can't capture it, or you can put it in between them, their spawn, and the objective to make sure they can't get to it. And so for me personally, I think it's one of the most effective kill streaks for any objective game mode, but in this case I decided to go against it and switch it to the Blackbird, because the Blackbird is such an amazing kill streak in itself that I figured it'd help both me and my teammates win this game. So, and you'll see me like right there. At this point, I think I'm a pretty low level in this prestige I'm on. I think I'm somewhere between 25 and 30. And I was trying to work on getting Ghost Pro, and so that's why you see me trying to find the UAVs and all that to blow up, but unfortunately on this map it's a pain in the ass because you can't see anything flying around. Fortunately I fail a few times trying to find those kill streaks to blow up, but oh well, it's part of the gameplay and I don't do it for too long, so hopefully you don't mind. The reason I was using the attack helicopter in this game is, and well, I use it even in regular because even in regular, it's a very good distraction and you can still run around, and so a lot of times the enemy's too busy focusing on that attack helicopter in the air to worry about going for objectives, and so even if it doesn't get you very many points from kills, it can help you get points by capturing objectives, by helping you be able to capture headquarters. The difference is, since this is hardcore, it is a very lethal kill streak. You'll see, I think I get 3 attack helicopters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's for sure 2 and I think 3. And in hardcore, they are very lethal because if you hit the enemy with, I think, 1 bullet from that, they are dead. And so I think I get actually a decent amount of kills from that thing, which is pretty unusual and kind of a nice little surprise, I guess. Also, my setups, you've seen I'm switched. To start off, I was using a silenced FAMAS, and I think the main reason I switched is I believe that silenced FAMAS was Ghost, and I realized, or no, it wasn't, because I was getting kill streaks faster. I guess I don't know what I was going for. Oh no, it was because it was Warlord. As you saw, I got a contract to finish Warlord, and so that's the reason I was using that then, and kind of figured I'd switch over to the 74U just because it is so lethal, and I wanted to make sure I can get that killing power to keep going with my kill streaks. And I do like the gun. I know it's kind of the overpowered gun, and so I kind of feel bad using it sometimes, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to win, and sometimes that means using the right gun. So hopefully you guys don't hate on me too much for it. If you ever get mad at seeing the 74U, just look at my little emblem on the back. I got the little Michelangelo emblem, and I just think that's too cool, and I don't know if you guys like it or not, but hey, I think it's fun and I really like it, so it doesn't really matter. It's more for me than anything, but hopefully you guys will find it kind of funny too. So back to what I was saying about my channel and my general videos. As I said, I'm really like the objective game mode, so it's not very often you'll see me do many team deathmatch videos. The only time I really do them is when there's a good contract in the middle tier. I don't remember what they're called, because I do think of myself as an above average player, so whenever I see a game where it says, or the contract where it says to get 20 kills in team deathmatch, for me personally, I don't mean to sound like I'm trying to brag or anything, but that's usually pretty easy for me, and the same with trying to get in the top position or top 3 positions in a team deathmatch. Those for me are really easy challenges and really easy experience points, so I'll always throw that on there, and every now and then when I do it I get a decent gameplay out of it, and so I decided to throw that up too. But one of my favorite game modes to play is Domination, for the simple fact that I end up playing quite a bit alone. I'm usually by myself if I'm not with any of these guys, and so when you're by yourself you don't really want to play headquarters because chances are it's going to be you and a bunch of dumbasses against a group of buddies that are playing together that usually know what they're doing, and so I've had that happen too many times, and so now I pretty much avoid headquarters like the plague if I'm by myself, because it's just too frustrating to get stuck with randoms that don't know what the hell they're doing. And so I stick to that a lot. I do play Demolition occasionally. I have a few games of that I have to upload. One game mode that I hate and almost refuse to do is Search and Destroy. For me, I consider myself too much of a rushing player, and I like to stay in the action too much, and sometimes it causes me troubles and I die real fast, and so playing Search is not an enjoyable time for me, because if I should die early on in a round, I hate sitting there for 2-3 minutes just watching other people play, and most of the time it's not even play, it's sit in a corner and rub their nuts while they're waiting for the round to end. And so that's kind of my reasoning for not liking Search. So those are the general game modes you can expect me to see. I kind of switch it up with guns. I have my favorites, but you never know. Sometimes I'll throw on a goofy one just for the fun of it. And as far as my general kill deaths go, when I don't use the super high kill streaks, you're not going to see me getting a lot of games and uploading a lot of games where I have, a 10 or higher kill death ratio. Just because a lot of those games are people that are using the chopper gunners and gunships, and like I said, those aren't really kill streaks I use very often. I will occasionally throw that on, but not very often, and so the general types of games you'll see from me are scores like this, where it's between 50 and 60 kills and that anywhere from 8 to 15 deaths, but I'll usually upload the ones that I feel are more exciting to watch and kind of faster paced. And so I try to make sure they're exciting, and every now and then there's some funny stuff that happens that I'll bring up, and I just kind of like that idea better. And I'm actually going to be doing a dual comm with somebody here in not too long who's the type of player that uses the really high kill streaks to get the super high scores. And so me and him are going to have a little bit of a debate back and forth where he's going to kind of defend going for the super high scores, and I'm going to defend going for more exciting gameplay, even if it means dying a few more times. And so I think that should be pretty interesting, and the guy seems really cool that I'm going to be doing it with, and I think it should be fun. So if that sounds like something you guys would be interested in hearing about, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you'll be able to see that whenever that comes out. Other than that, I do like to goof around with other stuff as well. I do occasionally play zombies. I admit I don't know of very many good strategies for it, but if anybody out there wants me to join up and play zombies with them, I'd be more than happy to do that sometimes. If you want me to join up with a private lobby, or even just join with a group of people to team up into a lobby, I'd definitely be up for that, because I think, as I said earlier, I end up playing by myself a lot and get a lot of the time I get frustrated because of dumb teammates. And so feel free to add my gamer tag. If you can't tell, it's Noxville1488. And so definitely add me. I'd be more than happy to join up and party up with you. And so the game's coming to an end here. It's not too much longer. And so basically, I want to end it by asking you guys to please leave any comments you'd like about this video, whether you liked it, disliked it, and also let me know what you did or didn't like, what you think I could improve on. And if you did enjoy what you see here, be sure to come and check out my channel, because this is kind of I felt like it was a good idea of what you can expect from my channel, because it's a pretty good score. It's like a 6 KD. That's, to me, is a pretty good score. And I felt like it was pretty action-filled. And also, I'd like to ask you guys a question, because like I said, I think I had 3 or 4 deaths from my own teammates, and so I'm not sure if those factor into my kill death ratio. And so if you guys know, I haven't taken the time to really keep track of how many times I died and whether those were included, but let me know, because I am kind of curious about that, because if it did factor into my, I think 11 deaths, I'm going to be pissed, because this would have been a damn good gameplay without those deaths. But anyways, it's wrapping up here, so like I said, come check out my channel if you like it, and I'll be sure to keep uploading to this channel. And so I hope you guys will look forward to it and enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Good job, team. We executed the mission perfectly.